What's happening, boys and girls? How the devil are we? Shanksy here, and the times 10 chance on the summons are back for selected champions only. Is it worth it though? Stick around and find out as we have a little look. What is going on, boys and girls? How the devil are we? What is cooking, good looking, and all that jazz? Shanksy here, and today, as I've already said, the times 10 summons are back. Only for selected champions though, guys. So, from your void charge, you've got an extra 10 times chance of pulling Seer on your void charge and Ithos from your void charge. On your sacred and your ancient shards, you've got a times 10 chance of pulling Royal Guard, Alure, Shan and Septimus. But are they any good? So what we're going to do is have a quick look at each and every one of these champions, guys, and then you can make your mind up if you actually want to go hot and heavy for these summons. Now, it's worth mentioning, guys, while this is going on, there is also the event for the Summon Rush, which is going to be open for 3 days, right? In this Summon Rush, you can get a bit of energy, you can get some books. I think the books is literally the main thing, right? There is a lot of legendary books. There's a lot of epic books in here and all that stuff. There's some rank 5 chickens, depending on how hard you are going for this opening. Now, let's have a little look at the different champions and see if they're worth it. Now, for me, I've got none of these champions yet, so I'm very, very heavily leaning towards smashing this one out, right? So the first one up, we're going to have a little look at Alure. Where is she? She's an absolutely great champion. You can see her reviews here, really, really high across the board. Solid in Fire Knight, great for arena offense as well. Very, very hard hitting champion. She's got attacks one enemy on her A3, has a 30% chance of extra chance of inflicting a critical hit. So even if you only built her up to 70% crit chance, she will always hit for a crit on her A3. It is on a 6-turn cooldown, but it will ignore 50% of the target's defense. That is pretty much a one-shot, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, get out of here. It's a big old hit, right? It's a big old hit. Temptations of A2 attacks all enemies 2 times. Each hit has a 30% chance of placing a 30% decreased defense debuff on them for 1 turn. If they're already under a decreased defense debuff, then it will actually put them to sleep. When this is booked up, and it requires a fair few books, 7 in total, it will actually be a 50% chance. Now, if you think about that for your arena team or anything like that, if you've got someone that goes before Alure, puts down that decreased defense, and then she comes in, she's going to put them all to sleep. That's an extra turn for you. Not bad, right? Not bad. And then, obviously, her A1 is attacked 3 times at random, so it's a multi-hit on her A1. Makes it very, very, very good for Fire Knight as well. Attacks 3 times at random, decreases that target's turn meter by 25% on each critical hit. What? So if you are building her heavy on that crit, that's a huge amount of turn meter manipulation. She's got a decent aura as well. Increase ally accuracy in faction crypts by 50, which isn't too bad for the demon spawn. A lot of them guys quite like a little bit of accuracy on them. So Alure is an absolutely awesome champion in my opinion. Right, moving on. Who else we got? Who else we got? Who else we got? So it was Orcs, I believe. Was it Orcs? It might not have been Orcs. It's not Orcs. Carry on, Shanks. Carry on. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right, there was definitely Demon Spawn. We've done that. Oh my days. Right, Lizardmen is definitely one of these guys. And this time it is going to be Shan. Right, Shan has got an incredible speed lead. Increase ally speed in all battles by 24%. In all battles. Really, really good. Now, it's worth noting, if you're planning on getting him or trying to get him, he doesn't have a turn meter boost as well. So he's going to be a good speed lead, but he's not then going to be able to do it like a turn meter manipulation for your team. His A3 is attacked 4 times at random. Each hit has a 50% chance of placing a decreased defense. And it's the big version of decreased defense as well for 2 turns. Once this is booked up, it's actually 75% chance on a 3-turn cooldown, which is not bad at all. His A2 is attack all enemies 2 times. Each hit has a 20% chance of placing a stun buff on them for 1 turn. Now, when this is booked up, it's a 35% chance of hitting that stun buff on a 3-turn cooldown. Really, really, really solid move, that. And then his A1 is attack 1 enemy, has a 25% chance of placing an extra hit, and that is based on attack. Excuse me, guys. I really think Shan is a really, really solid champion. Incredibly underrated, in my opinion. He's a solid legendary. Really good for arena, really good for campaigns. Pretty much good across the board, as you can see. And it's mainly a lot to do with that speed lead as well. It's absolutely huge. Right, who else have we got? Let's keep it going. So we've done that. There's no one in the Ogren tribes. There's a couple in High Elves that we need to be having a look at. So, starting first and foremost with RG, baby. The Royal Guard. An absolute top 5 epic, in my opinion. Increase ally attack in dungeons by 35%. Attacks 4 times on his A3 at random. Each hit has a 60% chance of placing a 30% decreased speed buff debuff for 2 turns. Each hit also has a 60% chance of decreasing the target's turn meter by 25%. When you book this up, that's a 75% chance, and you can get that on a 4-turn cooldown. Absolutely huge. Then his A2 on a 4-turn cooldown as well is attack all enemies. Damage increases according to enemy max HP. What? It's huge, guys. This basically makes Royal Guard one of the hardest hitting champions in the game for dungeons, especially because he basically gets better the more you progress. You know, he's actually better at Spiders 20 than he is at Spiders 8. Crazy, right? Awesome champion. A1 is attacks 1 enemy, 50% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense debuff for 2 turns. Tons of debuffs, tons of turn manipulation, and he hits like an absolute truck. What's not to like? What is not to like? Right, then we go to Ithos. This is going to be on your Void Shards again, guys. He's one of the hardest hitting champions in the game. He's probably one of the best champions in the game. Ithos, increase ally crit rate in arena by 33%. Pretty damn sweet. Attacks all enemies on his A3 for on a 6-turn cooldown. Once booked, it's on a 4-turn cooldown. Attacks all enemies. This attack is always critical. Don't matter if you've got no crit rate in him at all. This attack is always critical. Full stop. Shut the front door. Ta-da. This is huge, guys. This is huge. Hits like an absolute truck as well. He hits crazy. Outburst is his A2 on a 3-turn cooldown once booked. Attacks all enemies 3 times. Places a 15% weakened debuff for 2 turns. And then on his A1 is attack 1 enemy. Has a 20% chance of granting an extra turn. Decrease enemy max HP by 15% of the damage dealt. To be fair, the decrease enemy max HP thing is neither here nor there. But overall, he's an incredibly hard-hitting champion. Right, I feel like we've missed one of them off. I don't know who it is. Was it a Bannerlord? Did we miss out? We missed. How did I miss this guy out? How did I miss this guy out? What? Septimus. Septimus. This guy can one-shot the spider in the right setup. Spider's 20. Right gear, right team setup. He can one-shot the spider. One shot. Level 20. Ta-da. Done. Ain't no need to worry about turn meter decrease or anything like that. This guy will one-shot it. Absolutely crazy. Increase ally attack in all battles by 23%. Giant Killer is his passive. Each attack has a 30% chance of increasing the duration of all debuffs on the target. Damage inflicted by each attack increases by 30% if the enemy's current HP is over 50. Then Holy Sword is his A2, which attacks 1 enemy, will ignore shield and block damage buffs. Damage increases according to enemy max HP. You see where we're going with this, right? And then his A1 is attack one enemy, grants an extra turn, and resets the cooldown of this champion's Holy Sword skill if the target is killed. So, this might be on a 4-turn cooldown, but if he can shot anyone down with his A1, boom. It could be on a 1-turn cooldown, this thing. Could literally go, you could go, bam, Holy Sword, into behead. Holy Sword, into behead. Let's be fair, no one's surviving that long. It don't matter. He hits like a truck, man. He hits like an absolute truck. Absolutely great champion. Really solid ratings across the board. I don't know why he's rated so low in spiders there. But as I say, in the right setup, he can one-shot the spider. Like, he can one-shot it. Pretty crazy. So, I'm pretty sure we covered them all. Let's just have a little check. Covered. Did we cover? I don't know if we covered Seer. Orcs, we didn't cover Seer. Right. This is Seer, guys. Also a fantastic champion. She's in your boy charts. Karma Burn. Remove all buffs from all allies and enemies. Then attacks all enemies. Damage increases according to the number of removed buffs. Has a 50% chance of placing sleep debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. The chance of placing a sleep debuff increases by 5% for each buff removed. But let's be honest with you guys. If you use this in arena and you got the right setup for it, where she goes like 3rd or 4th or something and she removes a ton of buffs, ain't no one going to be asleep. Ain't no one going to be asleep. You know why? They're dead. That's it. They're dead. Ta-da. Done. Booked it, packed it, done the off. They ain't waking up. Ever. So, yeah, that's pretty crazy. A2 is places a 30% increased crit rate buff on all allies for 2 turns. Places a 25% weaken debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. That's the big version of weaken as well. And that's a big increased crit rate. That is on a 3-turn cooldown once booked. Then her A1 is attack one enemy, has a 15% chance of granting an extra turn. Damage based off attack. Pretty standard stuff, right? She's an absolutely awesome champion. Absolutely awesome champion. If we actually go into the orcs real quick, go over to the index. Bum, bum, bum. Where are you? Where are you, girl? Where are you, girl? Absolutely awesome champion. You look at that for arena offense. She's an absolute beast in the right setup. Really solid in the capes. Really, really good champion. You do need to set it up, right? It's not one of them champions that you can just go auto and boom, forget all about. You do need to set it up. You do need to stack the buffs. You do need her to then eat all them buffs up and murderize people. But if you can do that, it's a win in my book. It's a win in my book. So, my overall opinion, guys, of this ×10 event. Am I going to be wailing out? Am I going to be opening up all of my shards and possibly some more? You can bet your bottom dollar I am. God damn right I am. I'm going to film that video right now. Guys, that is it for me today. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you think I missed anything with any of these champions, do me a favour. Let me know down below. And I will add it to the mental chalkboard that I'm trying to learn at the moment with all this crazy stuff in the game. Absolutely loving Raid, guys. I hope you are too. If you enjoy the content, if you enjoy the vibe over here, all of that type of stuff, do me a massive favour. Hit that thumbs up button, leave a like, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button, turn the notifications on, all that type of good stuff. Live stream links down below, Discord links down below, all that jazz. But until next time, boys and girls, be smart, be strong, be safe. And I'll see you on the flip side. You take it easy.